Welcome to Zomato Insider Episode 1. I'm Taf Shawanza, the Country Manager for Zomato Australia. Zomato is the #1 platform for the search and discovery of restaurants and bars. Zomato Gold is the fastest growing loyalty program for restaurants. And we've recently launched 2 products, which I'll be diving into further down the video. I'm going to be discussing the current landscape of the hospitality industry, giving my perspective, and discussing all things Zomato. Working from home was initially challenging, and we've been working from home for around 3 months now, and I've certainly found my rhythm. Our 2 main concerns when we started working from home was how do we continue to service our clients and provide that same level of client management that we had pre-COVID, and how do we keep the same connection and regular catch-ups with the team. And like most organizations, we've leveraged video technology like Zoom, regular calls, emails, any form of technology that you can use to try and maintain that relationship with our clients and ultimately stay connected with our staff and give them all the support that they need. The second part about working from home was about maintaining productivity. And I've been able to do this by keeping the same routine and replicating that at home so I can still execute at the same level I was in the office. And in regards to productivity, to be honest, in some cases, it's actually spiked and gone up. And, we found that by not having, the same office distractions that you have and being pulled in different directions, when you're working from home, you actually have that focus. And moving forward as a business, we'll actually continue some form of working from home where you don't necessarily have to go to the office every single day, as we've seen how effective we can be with the work from home model. The current landscape of the hospitality industry is an ever-changing and fast-paced environment. We've seen restaurants pivot to takeaway and increase their reliance on delivery. And, takeaway has essentially made a comeback, for a lot of restaurants as a revenue generator. And, delivery has come to the forefront while restaurants have been locked down. And it'll be interesting to see, how that changes as, restaurants have opened and restrictions start to ease. It's been interesting to watch both takeaway and delivery and what impact that's had, depending on location. So you'll find in the suburbs, businesses have actually done relatively well as people are working from home, where the CBD has actually been extremely quiet. If you look at another business model, which has come to prominence, has been groceries, where restaurants have actually pivoted to groceries and started exploring that option while restaurants have been closed. I think we'll see that start to fade away as all restaurants are now open in Australia with various restrictions. And as those restrictions get lifted, you'll probably see that fade away. The next step is contactless dining. So when you look at contactless dining, this is the current landscape now when restaurants have reopened, where we have to take down details of patrons when they come back to restaurants. And when they are dining, they're looking for a contactless experience. So they're looking for, not many touch points when they actually are in establishments. So, what contactless dining does, it lets people essentially scan a QR code to view the menu, have the option to place an order, and then, go ahead and pay on their phone as well, making it a complete contactless experience. The first thing we said when this pandemic started was, how can we help restaurants immediately? And that we did that by pausing all paid partnerships across Australia so restaurants can have more cash flow. Secondly was about rolling out a takeaway product on our app that essentially allowed users to search for their favorite restaurant or new restaurants, order on their phone, and then go pick up a meal at the restaurant. And this was a great way to support restaurants. And we were actually able to onboard over 900 restaurants in 4 days. Just an absolutely outstanding effort from the team. And that's been a good project that we've been able to scale up, and we'll continue to do so in a way to help restaurants. Secondly is contactless dining. And this is going to give consumers confidence to go back out again and visit their favorite restaurants and new restaurants. And this will be a contactless experience when they do visit a restaurant, where they'll actually scan a QR code to see a menu, browse on their phone, place an order on their phone, And then when their meal's finished, they'll actually make the payment on their phone as well, making a complete contactless experience. And this is our way of supporting the restaurant industry to give consumers confidence to dine out again and get this industry back to where it's meant to be. That's an extremely difficult question. And, reason being, this is the first for all of us. And, this has never happened in our lifetime. So it's very hard to give advice. But looking at the broader business sector, you look at expenses first, right? So I think businesses in the hospitality industry are going to have to watch their expenditure a lot more closer and, plan for 6 to 12 months rather than planning for on a weekly to fortnightly basis. The second thing that, I would say to restaurants would be, as there's still restrictions, use this time to build out a robust operational plan. Use this time to upskill staff so you come back stronger. You've also got to really focus on your return customers and improving your customer experience. Return customers are extremely important right now, as not everyone's going to jump out and go back to and return to restaurants. So that's going to take some time to build confidence to get back to, how things were before. So you really have to hone in on your regulars and improve their experience and provide more value so they continue to support you. And even more so now, it's about really scrutinizing your suppliers. Is there a better way to do things? Are there suppliers out there that can provide the same quality at a more, affordable price? Now is the time while there's, these restrictions in place to actually look at that a lot closer so you can save a lot more and, build a more robust business. And, if your supplier is the best at what they do, then it's up to you to negotiate with them and actually, come out with a better rate so you can build a more sustainable business for the future. My predictions are, I think you'll see takeaway and delivery continue to play a significant part for restaurants for the next 3 to 6 months as people build up confidence to go out and dine again. Another prediction will be, watching acquisition. So by acquisition, I mean, obviously a lot of restaurants, aren't maybe going to come out of this because of the impact that COVID has had, or they may be looking to exit. So it's going to be interesting to watch, hospitality groups that, that may maybe be looking for opportunity to actually acquire restaurants or bars at a bargain price. So that space will be quite interesting. And then, we'll go to technology coming to the forefront in terms of, the new normal. That's mainly going to be around the contactless experience. And if we look at all the surveys and pieces that are coming out, the biggest factor for consumers right now is health and safety. So they'll be looking for a touch-free environment, and contactless dining is able to provide that, where you can have a complete contactless experience when you are in a restaurant, looking at a menu, scanning a QR code, and then going ahead and making a payment. And what's going to start as a safety play can evolve into so much more over the next 3 to 6 months, where it's actually going to look to enrich the dining experience for consumers, where they can see where they went last. They can actually have refer to tasting notes through a digital experience, get recommendations, quickly get references on maybe words or cuisines they didn't understand. And for restaurants, there's the upside of all the data. So now they have all this information through a new digital-led experience, through contactless dining, where they have all this valuable information on return customers, on what people are ordering, what they like. When I can actually get a booking, it's going to be San Telmo in Melbourne CBD, an Argentinian restaurant. And I can't wait to have a steak and enjoy a Malbec wine. What's next is Zomato will continue to support restaurants in any way we can to get this industry back to what it was before, and in fact, even stronger than before. And we're going to continue to do this through takeaway, through contactless dining, and by providing, the best search and discovery platform in Australia for restaurants and bars, so people can, find new places and revisit their old favorites and support the industry. This is something we'll continue to do, where we'll actually now start to do more of a podcast type style and interview various thought leaders and experts in different industries or industries that impact hospitality and get their insights and thoughts and look to roll that out. So thank you, stay safe, and look forward to the hospitality business getting back to its best.